Shakespeare, one of the world's greatest ever writers, died 400 years ago this year. To mark the anniversary, a wide range of events, from theatre performances in his hometown to auctions of his early printed works in London, have been arranged to attract tourists and Shakespeare fans from around the world.
Every day, around 5,000 tourists come to Shakespeare's birthplace, the town of Stratford-upon-Avon in the English Midlands. Statues around the town and his famous plays performed for his visiting fans immortalize Britain's most influential playwright.
The strongest emotions we feel as people, our fears and our doubts, are expressed by Shakespeare across the range of his characters, whether it's a king or a country boy, or a girl disguised as a boy, or a queen, or whoever it is. He's wanting very much to show us what it means to be human.
Besides the plays, the town also offers plenty of other bard-related things to see and do. Tourists can visit his birthplace, the farm where he grew up, the restored Tudor family house where Shakespeare lived, and his final resting place. Visitors can get a feel of the sights, sounds, and smells of the era in which he lived.
Stratford is still quite a small market town in the middle of England. It's the home of one of the greatest writers who've ever lived, whose works are translated into all the world languages as far as we know. And it's therefore a magnet to come to understand a little bit about what made William Shakespeare Shakespeare, what formed him, to find out about the history of his time, and to celebrate his ongoing legacy.
Shakespeare's grave in particular is a veritable tourist magnet, almost like a place of pilgrimage.
We have 250,000 visitors a year, people coming from across the world. So there's a lot of interest in this place, the final resting place of Shakespeare. People seem to have a connection with this playwright who wrote about human emotions and human experiences that people all over the world relate to.
Meanwhile, in London, the quartercentenary of the great playwright's death is being marked by an auction of the earliest editions of his works in print. The so-called folios contain the first collected editions of Shakespeare's works. Copies of the first 4 will go under the gavel at Christie's on the 25th of May.
We would not have had things like The Tempest, Macbeth, Antony and Cleopatra. So some of the really famous plays with famous lines in them we would not have were it not for the first folio.
Shakespeare may have died nearly half a millennium ago, but the Jubilee celebrations show us how much he's still with us even today.